Welcome to Devlog number 13. I've now been working for 233 days on this game. It's currently difficult to find time to work on the game, let alone to make devlogs, but I want to keep the weekly updates going as long as I can. The intro cutscene has come quite well along, so I started looking how to integrate it into the game. I made the decision to redesign the campaign level selection screen, which you can see here. To give you an idea how it looked like, here is a screenshot from before the rework, and the old version showed a regular 4x4 grid of level buttons with the stars collected in each level. This list is more or less just a directory view of the campaign level directory, each level having a number in its name that determines its position in the grid. The cutscene is, however, a tutorial, and it resides in a completely separate directory, so it didn't fit into the system at all. So in order to integrate the cutscene, I decided to make a description format that declares the order and position of the levels in the selection screen to be able to refer to levels and tutorials alike. When working out this new format, I went a bit overboard. Let me show you what I mean. It started when I wanted a different button and a different size for the cutscene button, so I added the function to specify the size of each button. I then thought it would be nice if the buttons looked much more different and tried making them look like microchips. But microchips without circuits look incomplete, so I decided I wanted to add some circuit-like background patterns. The format I used to describe this looked initially quite simple. There's a header string PCB, another header string circuit board, then there's an origin one which refers to the button it relates to, then there's a move to command with a coordinate, followed by a line to command with several coordinates to draw the line. Each button is described as a node that declares which level or tutorial it refers to. It was a fairly simple set of instructions to draw these circuit lines. Naturally, I didn't know where to stop again, so things got more complicated. I started adding more things that can be drawn, like solder points, holes, and LEDs. And I also intended to add more such things, like capacitors, resistors, transistors, screw heads, labels, signs, cables, and so on. When working on the LEDs, I thought it would be cool if I could use them to indicate the progress in the campaign or do some other funny stuff. Here's what I mean by that. In this example, each LED here points to a register that holds the milliseconds counter since the game was started. So you can see that number in a binary format by looking at the LEDs. A lit LED means that the bit is 1 and unlit LED means it is 0. Registers can be configured to hold various values and can be manipulated in various ways, like shifting or rotating the bits. Let me show you what that means. This example shows a rectangle of LEDs that all point to the same register. But like before, each LED points to a different bit of that register. But this time, the value in the register has only a single bit set to 1, and that bit is shifted each frame, once to the left and rotated back to the start when it goes over 31. This makes the LED act as if the light goes around the rectangle in a loop, when in fact it is simply shifting a single bit from bit 0 to bit 31, jumping back to bit 0, and so on. Maybe you can recognize one of my core problems here. I can easily fall into the trap of working on tiny details that hardly matter in the big picture of things. And recognizing this myself, I forced myself to stop adding more features to this and just finish this level campaign view. The system is already flexible enough that I can have optional or special levels that only unlock when certain conditions are met. And with the LED and circuit graphics, I can visualize these relationships in a more intuitive way, like indicating with an unlit LED that a pathway to a level is still locked. Which was the original reason why I wanted to add these circuits graphics in the first place. So technically, I would say I achieved my original goal without straying too much into these details. Regarding the first campaign, you can see that I want to add another cutscene at the end of the campaign, which acts also as an end of the demo version content. Because that, and I have to keep reminding myself of this, is still the main goal, to finish the content for the demo version and test it with players before releasing the demo version on Steam. For that, I still need to finalize the intro cutscene. Only sound playback is missing at this point, and most importantly, creating tutorial content for each level to explain the instructions that are used there. That is still a lot of work to do, but I still have the feeling that I'm inching towards the finish line, which is a good feeling to have. I hope you enjoyed this devlog and see you next week.